everybody, and welcome to Dawllz Chat. I'm your host, Josie.
And I'm Maddie,
And this is Dawllz Chat.
where we catch you up on all things that we find important.
Period. So today's episode, we're going to talk about Trump's re-election agenda. So I have a video for you guys. Let's get into it.
Trump just announced his horrifying plan for LGBTQ people if he's reelected president.
Here's my plan.
First, he'll erase trans adults.
The only genders recognized by the United States government are male and female, and they are assigned at birth.
Then he'll erase trans kids.
If any teacher or school official suggests they could be trapped in the wrong body, will be faced with severe consequences.
He'll out all trans kids to their parents.
Protect the rights of parents being forced to allow their minor child to assume a gender which is new.
He'll try to make their medicine illegal.
Will investigate Big Pharma and whether they have deliberately covered up horrific long-term side effects of sex transition to get rich.
And of course, he'll erase gay people too.
We will promote positive education about the nuclear family, roles of mothers and fathers, and celebrating rather than erasing the things that make men and women different and unique.
Trump just announced his...
Okay, so first I want to apologize for laughing for other people watching. I mean, it's just so funny to hear this garbage come out of his mouth, and he seriously believes this. So before we jump into our little conversation, Maddie, I want to let you know something. I sent you a link to it. In June of 2016, after the Pulse Club shootings, Trump jumped on the bandwagon in Manchester, New Hampshire, in one of their local news outlets, and told them that he is an ally and a friend to gay people, and it's terrible how this happened, and who would want to shoot somebody that is just trying to be themselves. So hearing what his re-election agenda is and what he said just literally like 7 years ago, what do you think, Maddie?
Well, in all respects, it's Trump. So this is strictly my opinion. For anyone who does support Trump, that is fully your prerogative. We are open-minded here.
Yeah.
With that also being said, my issues with Trump, I am Black and of LGBT, so I don't fit into anything that he stands for. So hearing him say things that just sound like him, I don't really feel like we can really take him seriously this turn. People have seen what he's capable of.
Yeah.
And he's seen the outrage of hate. What Trump, I'm sorry, I'm not even talking about the re-election. I'm just talking about him in general. Because when I watch the video, it's not shocking news to me. It's not something abnormal. It's not an outrage for me. This is not new. We're not dealing with a new candidate. We're not dealing with someone who's coming in and changing or showing us a different way. We've already dealt with this president.
Yeah.
So any negativity he can spew, that's kind of his thing. Like that's his platform. He likes outrage. These things fuel him. They help get him further. If
Absolutely.
You get what I'm saying.
You know,
The more people are outraged, the more people are going to agree with him, because there always has to be an opposing side.
Absolutely.
So the more he says, the more people are upset. There are people who thrive off of that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So this is just another one of those feelings in my eyes. I really don't have a great deal to go in on this specific this go.
I agree with you to a degree, because like you, I have the same view. And again, if you are a Trump supporter and you're watching our videos, we are not bashing you. We are not downing you. This is America, the country and the land of the free. So you are able to choose whoever politically, religiously, whoever you're willing to go for. Absolutely. My thing is, I said this before, and he became president. And when he became president, it was very complicated for people of brown skin, Hispanics, people of Arabic, of Islamic faith. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of people were affected by this, especially people in the Middle East. So now his new agenda is to go after the LGBT community, specifically trans people. There's a lot of hypocrisy going on that got me very scared that there's a real possibility that he could be reelected just because of this garbage talk. And there's actually a news report in the Seattle Times that went out on February 2nd of this year where he discussed this again, his agenda moving forward on responding to being trans, whatever age. He plans on enacting he plans on enacting an executive order the moment he is reelected that is going to cease all trans services of any age, and that can stem to receiving hormones, being talked to about hormones, even even post-op neo vaginal surgery. So that means that people like Caitlyn Jenner, who are one of his avid supporters, would not have the rights that they're allowed, they're equal to in the medical field.
Yeah, I don't feel like we should include Caitlyn Jenner in on this kind of conversation. Um, Caitlyn Jenner is not someone that politically makes sense, if you get what I'm saying.
Okay.
Caitlyn was more for show than to actually live the life. So, um,
No, I agree with you, but she is also a trans woman who has undergone gender reassignment surgery. So even though she may not she may not have our views, she will go through what we would go through if he ends up being reelected. Despite her being one of his, again, avid supporters, she would lose all the rights that she's guaranteed to as an American citizen. And not to mention that it will take away the classification of from a transgender woman or male of the gender they identify as. So that means I could be walking around the streets looking like this and being beautiful and everything, and then I still have to go by he pronouns, which is terrible.
it is. It's awful, and I don't mean to laugh at the situation, but
Yeah.
just to think that one person can come in and just shake so much for people is amazing. Like,
And
so
literally
much
sign of a
change.
paper. Literally with the sign of a
That's
paper.
all it took. Yeah.
You could crumble somebody's life, yeah.
Well,
Because realistically, it's gonna force everybody to do what they were doing before it was not diagnosed as gender dysphoria in the DSM. They're gonna end up going back underground,
well,
getting
see, that's the whole thing. It has to get passed. I understand the executive order, but it's going against the board of very diverse people.
yeah.
It has to pass a group of diverse people. That's not gonna shake. That we since Trump's presidency, we
Yeah.
have grown. That we have significantly more people of color, race, and gender identity.
And I get that, but he has the opportunity to execute a certain amount of executive orders in the beginning of his presidency, and that is one of them that he is ensuring that if he's elected, that he is going to do the moment he
Okay,
gets.
well, we'll see. Well, this is one of those things. I'm sorry. I just know that it's not. It's when did he get elected president? 2020, 2019. When did he?
No, he got
2019.
20. No, he got elected 2016.
Really? Oh my God! It's been that long ago.
Yeah.
Wow.
7 years. 2024 is when the re-election is coming.
Well, it's not because we just said 7 years ago. So what the gist of what I was going to say, which still stands, we are not who we were then.
Yeah.
I understand the executive order. I get that, but people are not going to stand for that. This is not the same place. He was, if anything, his actions showed that people need to be more for each other.
100%.
Realistically,
And I agree. And
he's a
yeah. No, go ahead.
no,
Okay. Okay. But my issue is that a majority of America agrees with Trump, which is crazy. A majority of America, they won't say it outwardly and openly, but a majority of America has the same views as Trump, conservative views. And a lot of conservative people, excuse me, a lot of conservative people choose not to understand nor go learning to understand what it is to be transgender, queer, gay, lesbian, not gender non-conforming. You understand what I'm saying? They rather just be the cookie cutter family, male, female, biologically female. This is how things are done. This is how it should be moving forward. My concern with that, again, the majority of America being very close in thought to Trump, is that he could get reelected again. Now, the good thing with him getting reelected, he could never become president again. You understand what I'm saying? So that would be the one good thing about a reelection. He could never run for president again. But, and it's a big one, he has a chance to run.
no
And
shade. Trump is almost 1,000, so I don't see him even like
you said Trump
sneaking
is
it.
almost 1,000.
Yeah, he has to.
Okay,
He's
so
going to have to
we're not going to
pass.
do the age thing, and we're not doing the age thing because they're doing that with President Joe Biden. And
Okay, well, he's also 1,000. What I'm saying is he's gonna
yeah,
have to pass also a health exam, and he's clearly declining mentally. Um,
he has
I
enough
don't.
money to buy it off. Remember when he had COVID and he was going to all these places?
COVID is one thing. You being unfit is another. So I don't. I'm gonna be honest with you, sis. His first go, I saw it for him. This
Mhm.
one, I just don't. I really just don't. Um, I
Well,
just genuinely have more
yeah.
faith in people than that.
Well, I'm having that faith with you. So that means viewers, you have to go out there and vote in 2024. Get your opinion across. Go to whatever your voting stations are and get your votes out there. We are not trying to have Trump be in presidency again.
Definitely not. Definitely not.
So it's fun. So it's fun. So see you guys soon.
Bye.
How do you turn this thing off?